Okay, so my next type of finish that I like, 3 different types here. One is going to be a black with a white wash, a white with a black wash, and a black with a white chippy paint using dollar store glue. So now sometimes when you go into the hardware stores, you are able to get mist tints. Not always mist tints, but customer complains or something. Apparently the customer complains and they will not buy it, so then that leaves it open for others to buy it for dirt cheap. So that black one I bought, which according to them was probably blue or something first, but they change it so that somebody doesn't come back and buy the tint they wanted for dirt cheap. And they so I picked up that black paint for $3, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure. Looks like there might be a dark blue on it or something, so we'll see how it looks. Yeah, definitely a blue undertone, very dark blue, which is not going to matter too much. We are these are just some of the projects that I do. I like to use a white wash or a black wash, and the undertone really doesn't matter. And then with the chippy paint, I've made a stool and a couple of signs using something people call chippy paint, and usually you want something dark underneath, which in the other video, if you've seen it, is dark walnut, and I've used that on chippy paint, and it just stands out afterwards so that when the paint cracks because of the glue, it will chip or look like it's chipping, and it will leave an undertone, or you will be able to see the undertone. And if the undertone is dark compared to the top, that works a little bit better. Anyway, let's let these dry and then we'll put everything else on. All right, these are dry. So let's use, I guess they're not that dry. Anyway, we will put on some glue. This is just cheap glue that I pick up at the dollar store or Dollar Tree. Doesn't really matter. It's just really cheap. So put on a little bit, and then I don't have an extra brush, so I will just use paper towel to put this on here. Get it on there good. It's been a while since I've done this one. It's not my favorite technique. So let's do the whitewash. When you do whitewash, all you're doing is, in this case here, we're using acrylic and water, 50-50 mixture. So it's a little bit, you can really see that blue now. That definitely was not black paint. And same as the black. And then all we're doing is wiping that off a little bit in a grain, same direction as the grain, same as the black. We'll wipe it off. So you can see the white undertone. Of course, the more you wipe off, the more it's going to show the white underneath. And then as far as the chipped paint goes, I've always just used acrylic. People say that you can use latex and latex would work. I have not done that, so I'm not sure. I'm always open for reading the comments on how you would do things differently. I'm always good for that. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a learning process. And there's certain projects I like to do that require some of this and others not so much. So anyway, let's let these dry and see how they turn out. Okay, everything's dry. The one on the right hand side, or this one, is a white undertone with black. So black wash. This was black, which we can see is not black. I don't know what that is. Some kind of blue turquoise or something like that with a white whitewash on it. And then this is the black or whatever the color that is underneath with acrylic white on top of glue, which creates the cracked, or they call it chippy paint. So, which is kind of cool in its own right. Depends on what you like. But again, these are finishes that I like to do. Tell me in the comments what you think. Thanks.